Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TWA Uprising. We are your hosts, the world's sexiest entertainers. I am Sexy Steve, and along with me is Vitamin D.
On May 3rd, 2023, we lost Nate Thompson, also known as the Dark Angel Ryan James. So join us today as a tribute to his life as we take a look at his final matches in the professional wrestling industry.
Join us at ringside as we begin the celebration of the life of Nate Thompson.
I know something that people don't want. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my unfortunate honor to introduce and give the ring to the TWA champion, member of Dead Cell, the unhinged lunatic, Vincent Cross. Mr. Cross, as ordered by the board of directors, we are hereby giving you the ring before you reach your breaking point.
Come on, get going!
You shut your mouth.
I guess you all have a problem with me. Are you mad that this isn't being around the waist of slander no more? Why do you hate me? I'm the one who offered him a chance. I've been calling him out for a month. Hey, when the champ speaks, you shut your mouth! As I was saying before I was interrupted by these inbred idiots, I came here for a fight. You all want to see a fight? You want to see Mr. Spaniel? If he comes out, the title's on the line. I'll give you what you want. I'll beat your hero, and then I'll shut you all up. Spaniel, I'm waiting.
He won't do it! He's afraid! He's a coward!
Where is he? Where is he? I've been calling this loser out for 2 months. Spaniel is a joke. He's washed up. He's not going to show. on spam. I mean, he's been eating some, huh?
That's not Mr. Slamuel.
You shut up! Dude,
Wearing the shirt, it must be.
he's right here! You read Samuel!
Ryan James.
No!
You know what? This is a match.
Samuel!
I said if he came out on facing, I'm going to face Spaniel. I'm going to face Spaniel here. What?
Is it? He's given Ryan James a time. It's not Samuel. It's not Spamuel. It's not. It's Ryan James.
Samuel showed up! He's here! I'm in trouble now! It's an Easter!
I guess it's a match. Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Cross versus not Mr. Slamuel for the TWA title.
I don't know what we're seeing, Vitamin D. It looks like Spaniel's trying to...
Come on. They're making a mockery of this company.
Yes, they are. I don't... Vincent Cross is on a high... He just slapped
He just
Ryan
slapped. Did you
James.
see that slap?
Oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh. Come on, guys. Why are you repping this?
And he's down.
Come on.
This is just...
I can't even call this. This isn't even.
It's disrespectful to the TWA Championship. It's disrespectful to Mr. Slamuel. It's disrespectful to TWA as a whole. Now what is he doing?
What's he doing?
What is...
Come on.
He's going for the cover. I
Ryan.
suppose, Vitamin D.
Come on.
Kicked out.
Is that all you want, Samuel? Hey! Tell all these people!
It looks like Vincent Cross is taking control, I guess.
He's not even. That's not even an armbar. He's holding his hand. He's shaking. Oh!
Ridiculous.
Come on!
What are we witnessing, Vitamin D?
Can you believe that, Kenny?
You know, one of the things I've always loved about Nate Thompson, among many, was his comedic timing. I mean, Mr. Spamuel coming out mocking Mr. Slamuel, of course, against Mr. Cross because, you know, they're all Dead Cell members. He was just a great guy.
Yes, he was Vitamin D. I mean, he had a great comedic side, but he also had a very great serious side while being in the ring. Up next, we give time to the TWA roster to share what Nate Thompson really meant to them.
Nate Thompson was one of the greatest people that I've ever met in TWA. He was a great family man because he talked about his family all the time. He made us all laugh when we were having a bad day. He was just a treasure to have in the locker room, but he was one of the fiercest competitors in the ring. And it was an honor to have known him, to have stood across him and looked across the ring at him as me being a manager. And it was an honor to have him as a friend. Nate Thompson, you will be missed. A dark angel in our hearts, and a dark angel in the ring. Until we meet again, my brother.
Yeah, it's one of those videos you never dream in a million years you'd have to make. Yeah. Nate, I only knew him for, you know, a few years, but I would call him more than as close as almost a brother. And I remember the first time I met Nate. He was brought into TWA, and it was just me and him wrestled. It was his debut match, and he was just eternally thankful for the opportunity. And it just, he was as thankful then in his first match as when his last match. He was always thankful, and Nate was just the kindest person. No matter what, if you were having a bad day, just walking into the building or seeing Nate or hearing him, it just made your day better. Nate was the best of us.
I remember whenever I first met Nate, he was giving everyone hugs, and I was sitting there, and at first I was kind of like, because I'm antisocial, but as soon as I just seen him smile and laugh, I knew that he was one of the most best people. You could just see an aura about him, how good and kind-hearted he was. And we were just talking about him coming over to our house this weekend and hanging out and plans that we were going to do during the summer, and just all these memories flooding through my head. Nowadays, you never, hardly ever find anyone as pure-hearted as he was. Usually everyone's out here to get what they can from you, but him, he would have given the shirt off his back for anyone. And I can honestly say that that's the aura that he gave off, and that's the kind of person he was. And he was one of the good ones. A friend that I didn't know I needed, and a friend that I'm glad I got. So, we'll miss you tremendously, and it's not going to be the same down here without you.
Nate, keep that crowd in heaven warm for us, because we're all going to come join you in that big wrestling ring in the sky.
There's sometimes in life you can meet a person, and from the very first time you meet them, you can tell that they're a genuine individual. Nate Thompson was one of those people. For the very first time I met Nate, he was one of the most kind, caring, supportive, funny, just all around great dudes. in any locker room that I have ever had the pleasure to be a part of. TWA is never going to be the same without Ryan James. From being the Dark Angel inside the ring that always kept his workers safe, always had fun out there in the ring, and just sought after to make the fans go home happy, to back in the locker room, cracking jokes before and after matches, telling every single person after they came to the curtain that they did great, to just being that one that can pick you up when you're down. There is not a bad thing you can say about him. Everyone loved Nate, including myself. He was one of the biggest supporters I've had in my entire career, and he always wanted to make sure I succeeded. He would always ask if we need help. Some shows I would come to the show depressed, as I do suffer with mental health issues, and he would always be there to pick me up. And I'm always going to love that man. We're never going to forget you, Nate, and there's always going to be an open chair in that locker room. And the next time I count to 3 in the ring, it's going to be for you, brother. My condolences to the family. Much love forever.
This is usually where I have been shooting some sort of wrestling promo, you know, talking about next match, who I'm facing, where I'm working, TWA, WWE, LPW. Same places that Nate Thompson worked. Still not real, but too real. Dude loved wrestling business, every bit of it. You never seen a guy happier than when he was putting on his face paint and gearing up and getting ready to go out, and it didn't matter who he was facing or what he was doing, he was always excited. He brought that excitement into every locker room he was in. He was one of the first faces I always looked for when I came into a locker room, because he brightened the damn place up. He's gone way too damn soon, because he had a lot left to give in this whole business. And over the last 5 years or so, me and him got decently close. I mean, we shared some other things outside the squared circle. I really thought at some point he'd be over here at my house rolling some dice with me and the rest of the nerds. And that's cut short. It's a loss. Every locker room's gonna seem a little too quiet, a little too dark without him. And well, there's a hole in my life that it's gonna take a while to fill back in. But brother, if you can hear me, man, you wrestle in peace, and we'll see you up there in the sky someday. We all love you, man. We love you.
So Nate was the type of guy who his smile and his laugh could just light up every room that he walked into. No matter what was going on, no matter what anyone was talking about, just hearing him laugh would crack everyone up. A lot of people don't know that Nate was actually a second generation wrestler. His uncle was a wrestler. He's actually probably one of my best friends and my wife's best friend in this whole business. And when Nate got into the business, I kind of took it upon myself, kind of made it my job to almost be like a mentor to Nate, to always be there to try to help him out, to try to help him and guide him where I could, with whatever I could. And I know I'm always gonna hold it near and dear to my heart that I was able to give Nate his last match. That I was able to be a part of a moment that his family can always cherish and remember.
Nate was probably the most genuinely good person I've ever met. And I've met a lot of people in my life, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Nate had the purest heart of gold. He always knew when something was wrong, no matter who it was or what it was. And he made it his mission to make them smile at least once. And I was one of the last people to see Nate last Saturday. I gave him a hug, and I told him to be careful. And I told him that I would see him at the July show. And I watched him walk out the back door. Never in anywhere in the near future did I ever see having to record this video. That boy did not have a mean bone in his body. He was the kindest, gentlest, purest person I've ever met in my life. And Nate quickly became family. And it stayed that way. Paul, Tina, Maddie, Anna. We all love Nate. We are all here if you need anything. Nate, I love you.
Love you, man. We'll see you again soon.
We'll see you again, my friend.
You know, I didn't know Nate for very long, maybe about 6 to 8 months or so. But during that entire time, my entire time being around the boys, being around anybody who knew him, I can't think of a single time where I heard anybody say anything, let alone neutral, just negative about him. I've never heard anything said about Nate that wasn't in the general vicinity of positive. That is extremely rare in a person. Everybody has problems with somebody, but I don't think anybody had problems with Nate. He was a genuinely good soul. Everything about him screamed pure. When I first got into the business, he helped me out more than almost anybody else. And I am very thankful for that. Honestly, I don't even know what else to say other than he was just a really incredible person. And he made everybody who met him, everybody who interacted with him, laugh and light up just by being around him. And you know, they say only the good die young. Well, never has an adage proved to be so true. In Nate's case. We're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him a lot. And it's gonna hurt like hell going forward. I know that he wouldn't want us to dwell on it forever. God bless you, Nate.
I first met Ryan James 2017. We were both doing the show together, and we didn't really have much interaction then. But I do remember meeting him. And then I didn't see him again until after the pandemic for TWA's show, Resurgence. And he came in with a smile. He was always so upbeat. He loved wrestling so much, and he was down for anything you wanted to do in that ring. I'm proud to say that I was the first one in TWA to take his Black Hole Slam. I'm also proud to say that the last time I was in a TWA ring, the last move I took was his Black Hole Slam. Like I said before, he was a lot of fun to be around in the back. Me and him, we always talked about South Park, the songs, the quotes, everything. Music. He was a big music fan. He loved the comedy aspect of pro wrestling too, and that's why on his last night of wrestling, I'm proud to say that he did a parody of me. No one's ever done that before. No one will probably ever do it since. But he did, and now he's gone. And it's just so messed up. There's a picture going around that I really love the quote. He was a dark angel in the ring. Now he's a real angel in heaven. So, Dark Angel, Ryan James. No. Nate Thompson. Thank you.
It's hard to come up with words right now because someone like Nate, it's like there's no one like Nate. And I've always believed that in this business, you meet a lot of really strange people, a whole lot of different types of people, and if you're really lucky, you come out with a couple friends. I think I was more than a little bit lucky, more than a lot lucky, because I got to meet Nate. And I can say I don't think I've ever met anyone with a bigger heart. I don't think I've ever met anyone with a bigger passion for wrestling either. Crazy thing too is that as big as his passion for wrestling was, as deeply as he loved it, one of my favorite things about him was just the way he would light up, especially when he talked about his family. There's always so much pride and love when you talk about any of them, especially talking about Maddie and they talk about his parents and stuff. It's just it still doesn't feel right. We'll tell a little story here. About the kind of person Nate was. The night that he and Michael won the tag titles, they were supposed to do an interview afterwards, after the show, to kind of celebrate the win. And I'm in the locker room with them, and they're getting ready to do it, and I'm getting ready to walk over and gonna get ready to do my own thing and get out of the room for them. And Nate grabs me and he's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "Hey, this is you guys' moment." And he goes, No. He said, we're a group, we did this together, we celebrate together, and that's just the kind of person he was. He was totally selfless. For him, it was always about, all of us. He always wanted to make sure that everything was as good as it could be, and he was the kind of guy that would never step over someone else to get ahead. In fact, he had no problem stopping and falling behind if it meant that he brought someone else along with him so that they could still cross, He was always there. He was giving people, kindest people I've ever met in my life. For a few months there, it was me, him, Mike, and Michael, and
even though we all know what this is, it felt like it was us against the world, and I never felt that challenging with Nate around because, if we got Nate with us, we knew that, us against the world, sorry about the world, but we're going to pull across because we got Nate here. He always brought the best in us, brought the best in everybody in every locker room he's been in. I can say that for certain. I know, at least as far as we're concerned, Nate was the heart of our locker room. And I think, if you're watching this, you can see that from all of us. I miss him. Love you, Nate.
Nate Thompson, born December 22nd, 1995. Died May 3rd, 2023. You see, those dates have a significant meaning, but the dash in the middle, that's what's important. That's where Nate was here and he lived his best life. He affected so many people, in a positive way, in a very positive way. I feel like I'm a better person since I met Nate. There's not going to be a show or a podcast that I do from this point on that I'm not going to think of that guy. So my condolences go out to Maddie and Anna and Tina and Paul. Great people. I know you're going to miss Nate a lot, but I just want to let you guys know that it was an honor to meet him and an honor to call him a friend and a brother. Love you, Nate.
This is probably one of the hardest things I've had to do, and Nate, he deserves this for us to let us know how we all felt, and his family deserves to know just how much he was loved by everybody. And in this business, it's really hard to find good people, and it's really hard to trust people. And Nate was just one of those guys, he'd walk into a building and he immediately just lifted everybody up. He was always smiling and he was always laughing, and just he was just such an uplifting person. And I don't know if there's anybody in the world that could have said a bad word about Nate. And Nate, I miss you, and until the day I die, I'll miss you. And I'll think about you every day. And to Maddie and the rest of his family, I'm so sorry. Just know that every one of us loved him, and life is just so unfair. So, Nate, again, I love you. We all love you, and I'll be seeing you.
So, I knew Nate almost 10 years. I was around in WVWA at the time when he debuted. And may have had ups and downs in the ring, as he was Ryan James. But outside that ring, as Nate, he was just a lovable guy, got along with everybody. You could count on him. There was this one time we were going to Benwood for a show. Me, him, Tim, my dad. And we were running late, so we all had to get dressed in the car. And at that show, me and Nate took each other on. And thank God Timmy was at ringside, or me and Nate would have been totally lost. But Nate, thank you for being a friend. But most importantly, thank you for being my family. Until we meet again, bud. Rest in peace, Dark Angel.
Nate Thompson was one of the most kind and caring people I think I've ever met. Whenever he stepped into the arena before a show, you knew he was there because you could just hear the laughter. You could hear the stories, the jokes. There was never a dull moment when Nate was around. When it came to his in-ring work, as the Dark Angel Ryan James, he had such a passion for wrestling. He wanted to make every show just as good as it could be. He wanted to bring out the best in everybody. He had a great mind for it. He had fantastic ideas. I remember, I think it was his street fight against Cage. He got a sword out. I don't know who else would think of these kinds of things. He was also very supportive for me personally. I got a lot of projects. I have the band, I have the podcast. He was always bouncing ideas off of me, oh, what if you guys talked about this? What if you guys did that? And he always seemed so excited to talk about it with me. So I remember it seems like every show he'd come up and he'd say, oh, I can't believe you talked about this or that on the podcast. I can't believe you mentioned that. He just did everything he could to uplift and support everyone around him. And it's hard to find someone who's so genuinely kind and giving like that. And I don't know, Nate, man, we all love you and we miss you. And we'll see you around.
Nate Thompson, Ryan James, the Dark Angel, was loved by everybody who shared a locker room with that man. He's loved by his family, he's loved by many people. I lost it when I heard the news. Just coming after we tore down the house in a ring together with our respective partners and the Pattersons, and just Ryan was such a good dude. He always made me laugh. I know the next time I step into the locker room, I'm gonna feel real empty without him. There's a hole in my heart without that guy. I missed you so much, dude. I know you don't want to see me crying right now. I know you're watching all of us and you don't want us to cry, but bro, I just can't believe you're gone, dude. Nate Thompson, Ryan James, I love you and I miss you, bro. And until we meet again, rest in peace, my friend.
Nate, we miss you, man. Locker room's not going to be the same without you. All the laughs and the joking around and stuff. It seemed like every time anybody was having a bad day, you always knew what to say. That being said, we run all of our hearts. We all love you. We'll wrestle you again one day.
When I came to TWA back in September, one of the first people I met was a young wrestler named Ryan James. You could tell Ryan loved this business. More importantly, he loved the boys in the locker room. Unfortunately, we lost Ryan James this week. And even though I didn't know him that well, you could tell he loved the business. You could tell how respectful and just a genuinely good kid he was. And I can tell just from talking to the guys the last couple of days and listening to their stories about him just how much he really meant to them. And I'm incredibly sorry for all of them and his family, especially his wife, his parents. I know he has a sister. And I just want to thank them for letting us have a little bit of time with him and for sharing him with us. Ryan James was a really good wrestler, but Nate Thompson was a fantastic young man. And I just wanted to say rest in peace and thank you for your friendship, and you won't be forgotten. So rest high, Dark Angel.
Still couldn't believe the news I got the other day about a good friend and a heck of a wrestler. And the funny thing is, I had just seen him at the last show. And I wake up Wednesday morning and doing Facebook, and all of a sudden I see where he had passed away earlier that morning. And it didn't really register for me until I just wanted to say rest in peace. He was one heck of a wrestler.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you're dancing in the sky. I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope them angels know what they have. I bet it's so nice up there in heaven since you've arrived. Since you've arrived. I wanted to take this time to give my condolences and my heart out to Nate's family. He was a wonderful person. I'm honored and blessed that I got to be involved in his last few matches and his last match. He was a wonderful person in the locker room to be around. His spirit, his aura, coming up with ideas, helping me, helping everybody. It's going to be hard to for the next months, years, to not have him in the locker room like that. But I know that he's up there in a great locker room now, learning, studying with the greats, and waiting for all of us to plan our next show, and it be a great show. And me and West will be there to always count to 3 for you, buddy. 1, 2, 3. We love you, man.
It's alright, you kept moving. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video we didn't want to have to make, but we lost somebody very near and dear to our hearts. As you guys know, my name is Chris Parker. I go by Zayden Kane. This is Josh Nyland. You know him as the coach. We represent BBK. We have recently lost a friend and a good brother. The Dark Angel, Ryan James, Nate Thompson. He suffered a very fatal car crash a few days ago, and everyone at the Top Notch Wrestling Alliance is having a really hard time dealing with this. His girlfriend, his family, like it's taken a hit on all of us. And Ryan, man, if you're up there looking down on us, we love you, man. Like, we love you with all of our hearts. And you were always such a great spirit, man. Such a good brother to everybody in the locker room. Always respectful. Always had good things to say, man. No drama. It was always straightforward with you. You were literally so good to us. We've only known you a couple months, and you welcomed us to TWA, man, with open arms. And we can't be grateful enough. We can't be grateful enough for everything that TWA has done for us, for the warm welcome that you and so many others have given us, man. And again, it sucks we even have to do this, like. But again, you were a good brother. Nothing bad to say about you. Nothing but love. My only regret, honestly, is that I never got that one-on-one with you. My only regret, we never got to go one-on-one in that ring, man. Maybe one day, the bookers up in the sky will book that match, and you and I could go one-on-one at the crossroads, man. But until then, brother, we love you with all of our heart. Much love and prayers to your family. See you down the road, man. Love you, Ryan.
Hey, TWA fans, how y'all doing? I know everybody's pretty sad that we lost family man, Ryan James, none of Nate Thompson. Just want to throw my prayers out there for the family out there, because they know they're suffering a good loss, and Ryan's been a good wrestler out there and off the screen. He's just one of the guys you can talk to, and he's a really good friend, really good brother, like a brother to all of us. And we know how much everybody loves him and everything. And he would tell me about his puppy, how much he loves his puppy and that. And Ryan, we're gonna love you, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. And just wish we could have more time with you in that ring. And I know TWA is not gonna be the same for a while, but you're always gonna be right here in our hearts. We love you. Thank you.
May 3rd was a loss for me. A loss for everybody. Ryan James, we lost you at a young age. I've had time to moan, grieve, cry. Since I've been in TWA, I've been there for almost 2 years. Nothing but kind to me. He wasn't just a friend, man. He was a brother that we lost. Knowing that I had my last match with you kind of breaks my heart. But we will one day see each other again, Ryan James, the Dark Angel. May you get your wings as you're in heaven. Come Power Surge, Crawley Inc. was supposed to face Dead Cell with Ryan James in the corner. Now I don't know how that's gonna work, because I don't know if I can look in that corner and not see you. I see you everywhere. Maybe it's just my imagination or the memories that we had for the last 2 years. Ryan James, love you, brother, and I'll see you soon.
I think I'd like to not so much talk about the Dark Angel Ryan James, but to talk about the man, Nate Thompson. Nate was a very kind, gentle, just wonderful, positive soul to be around. I think that the whole world would be coming down around us and Nate would still find a way to be cheerful and brighten up the room. That's the kind of man Nate was. He was very hardworking, he was very dedicated, not only to work, but to his family. And I think his family should know that he loved them and he cared about them very much. Always talked about them. I think Nate's wife should know that he was very loyal, very faithful. He loved her very much. No matter the conversation we had, she was in the conversation. He was just so proud to be a husband. And, I think it's important that his family knows just how much he cared and loved them. And Nate left us a champion. He will forever be our champion. Nate, I love you, buddy. I'll be seeing you again.
I know this isn't about me. It's about our fallen brother, Nate. But allow me to introduce myself, because there's a lot of fans out there that don't know who I am. I stay behind the scenes. But my name is Brad Litchfield, and I am the owner of Top Notch Wrestling Alliance. I remember when I first met Nate. It was July 31st of 2021. Our first show back from the COVID pandemic. We had a last minute call off. A wrestler couldn't make it, and Timmy Patterson recommended Nate. So I called him up and gave him an opportunity. And I'll tell you, it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life for TWA. You couldn't ask for a better guy. As you've heard in the past videos, he was just an all-around super great guy. Great in the locker room, great in the ring, great to his fans, great to his family, great to his friends, and great to us. My heart breaks because I am the owner of this company. I feel like I'm the father to these boys. I feel like I've lost a son. Nate, I'll see you again one day, buddy. I love you, and I miss you.
Very touching words from the TWA roster. We can all tell what Nate Thompson meant to his family and friends.
But up next, the Dark Angel Ryan James, Nate Thompson's final professional wrestling match. It's a triple threat match for the TWA Tag Team Championships, where you will have the Pattersons, Timmy and Stacy, the current champions, versus Crowley Inc., Draven Post, and Alexander Crowley, versus Dead Cell members, Michael Saint and the Dark Angel Ryan James. Join us at ringside.
Tonight on TWA, Uprising. I mean, look at this, all this money, all this gold. I got a 5-story fun house with a maiden. I'm not allowed to say what she walks around with hanging out. But tonight, we're going to prove why the greatest tag team is rich, paid, laid, and made. What do you say, big man?
Mark my words. The greatest tag team in TWA will leave with the tag straps tonight. Patterson's Dead Cell, I hope you're ready for the vengeance.
What's going on, TWA fans? It's the Pattersons.
And tonight, Crowley Inc.
Dead so?
The odds might not be in me and my sister's favor, but we're gonna prove, like we always do, why pro wrestling
Is a family thing.
Patterson's, Crowley Inc. You've poked the bear one too many times, and now it's time to pay the price.
Tonight, Patterson's will find out. Crowley Inc. will find out why Dead Cell is unstoppable.
My boys!
The following contest is a triple threat match for the TWA Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Dr. Smiles, the team of Michael Saint and the Dark Angel Ryan James, Dead Cell. Introducing the other challengers, accompanied to the ring by Big Ronnie Bruce, Devious Draven Post, Alexander Crowley. This is Crowley Inc. Ladies Happy birthday, I guess. 23. Now introducing the champions. The Rockstar Underdog, the Anti-Barbie, the Pattersons. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the TWA Tag Team Championships. The challengers, the Dark Angel Ryan James, Michael Saint, Dead Cell. The other challengers, Ruthless Alexander Crowley, Devious Draven Post, Crowley Inc. And your champions, the Rockstar Underdog Timmy, the Anti-Barbie Stacy Lynn, the Pattersons.
I'm not a dog.
Who's starting? Only two competitors can start this thing. Who's starting? One pin to a finish.
Take the money. Just take it.
Is Ronnie? Are they paying off the ref?
Just take the money.
Are they trying to pay off the ref? They can't pay off the ref. Ringing the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one pinfall. This match is officially underway. Triple threat tag match for the TWA Tag Championship. Who's starting this thing? Both Pattersons are outside of the ring. So it looks like the challengers are starting. The rules are you can pin anyone. However, you cannot pin yourself or your opponent. You can't pin your teammate. Right. Yeah, you can pin your opponent. I don't know words right now. Oh, hey. Only two people are allowed in the ring at once. It looks like Alexander Crowley and Michael Saint are starting off the match. See, here's a dangerous game, Vitamin D. I mean, technically the Pattersons don't even have to be in the match. That's what I'm saying. They don't have to get paid to lose. All right, we got Alexander Crowley and Michael Sate starting up. Over that lock up.
Nice side headlock by Michael Sate. Wrenching the neck.
Alexander Crowley is pushing it. Michael Sate down to a knee. Oh, side headlock.
Taking Michael Sate off the ropes.
Ooh. Michael Sate felt that. Oh, a hard shot.
Alexander Crowley in control.
Whoa, he out of the ring.
Smart maneuver.
Attack to Ryan James and attack to Drake Post. These are triple threat tag rules.
Yes, they are, Vitamin D. Nice lock up.
Oh, the big man's stunned. Clothesline, he's down now. Oh, Ryan James on that. That was close.
Like I said,
we almost had new tag champions and the Pattersons weren't even pinned.
Yep. Dragon Post firing on Ryan James. Oh, Ryan James lifting him up.
Airplane spin. Oh, Raven's dizzy. Rear naked choke by Ryan James. He's biting him.
Raven Post. No love for either of these teams, Vitamin D. The crowd wants the Pattersons to keep their title. Ryan James going Draven off the ropes.
Oh, sidewalk slam. Oh, Alexander Crowley with the save.
Oh, tripping Alexander Crowley. Crowley chasing him out of the ring.
Oh, that hell of a legal man.
What are the Pattersons up to? Patterson's on the second rope.
Oh, Patterson is up.
Down.
All six Beaver.
That could not feel good. Pattersons haven't even been in the match. They're already showing the
And everything goes in this type of match.
Ryan James is now in.
Headlock. All three are in headlock. Oh, here goes Michael Sate. Stevie Patterson. Alexander Crowley.
A big chain of headlocks. Left hand trying to keep control. What are they doing?
I have no idea who the legal men are in this match.
I believe Ryan James and Alexander Crowley, I believe. No.
Who's legal?
Ryan James and Draven.
You saying that Ryan and Draven are legal?
Yes. Ryan James and Draven Post are the legal competitors. Ooh, hard shot by
Oh, there we go. It is Ryan James and Draven Post. Great teamwork by Crowley Inc.
Oh, looks like he's choking him.
He's choking him. Jimmy Patterson tags in.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up.
Hard pull off on the check. Oh, hard headbutt to Timmy Patterson.
The legal men are Jimmy Patterson and Ryan James.
Throw Timmy up the rope. He ducked his forearm.
Oh, drop kick.
You gotta thank Timmy and Stacy right now are fresh, Vitamin D. They have not been in the ring yet.
Timmy going after Draven. What?
Ooh.
Happy birthday, boy!
Oh!
Tell him happy birthday.
Got my eye!
corner. Stacey Patterson's in. Oh, and another drop to Draven. And another one. Oh, Stacey Patterson tagging Michael safe.
Michael safe. Draven Post is getting chops from everybody out there. Now Ryan James.
Ryan James is coming in. Happy birthday indeed. Oh, a hard shot.
Backing off real good.
What? Come on! How can he tag his own partner?
I think Crowley just got caught up in all the action.
Oh, he's definitely talking this. Oh, he tagged Stacey back in. Okay.
Chop after chop to Draven Post. Stacey Webb.
Oh! And another tag to Timmy.
Timmy Patterson. Draven Post has got to get out of it.
I would not want to be Draven right now. It's a great teamwork by the Patterson.
Quick tags.
Back elbow. Oh, kick to the face. Running Bulldog.
Bulldog gets stereo by the way. Both sides. Ryan James.
Oh, Ryan James breaking the count.
Chaos is what we're seeing. Ryan James saying is legal. That's not how the match
I don't think that's how it works exactly, but.
Ooh, head off the turnbuckle.
Ooh, posted. Draven gets to Alexander.
Alexander Crowley is now in. Keep in mind, Steve Madison is still the leading competitor.
Timmy Patterson makes the tag.
Smart move by Alexander Crowley. Ooh, hard forearm. Timmy Patterson waiting on him, holding him still.
Hard shot, knocking down.
Teamwork between the Patterson.
This is pure chaos.
I never thought I'd see it. Goes to the cover.
Oh, Michael Singh making the save.
Stacey Wynn throwing Michael Singh out.
I can't keep track of what's going on.
Ryan James in control.
This is pure pandemonium. Ryan James slowing down the match. Hard shot to Timmy's chest.
Breaking down the back of Timmy Patterson. The crowd behind Timmy Patterson. Stacey Wynn back in the woman.
Hard shot to Ryan's face. Stacey to the pin. Crowley equal to save. Man.
Great eye by Alexander Crowley.
I can't pick a winner right now.
I can't even write it.
Oh, Bulldog! That could be it. Once again, Crowley breaks up the pin. Cutter!
Stacey Wynn is down. Stacey's still the legal competitor right now. Now Michael Singh is legal as well.
Ryan James, this match is now Lucha Libre rules.
Oh, Timmy Patterson attacking Michael Singh.
Hard shot to Michael Singh. Kick.
Oh, hard kick.
Ryan James and Draven Post making the save. They both want this gold, Vitamin D. I know one thing, this match is fantastic. Yes, it is. I'm going to every second of it, honestly. I don't understand how Ref Cameron is keeping everything straight in there. I don't know how he is either. Sling blade! That could be it. Oh, Stacey Patterson with the save. Left in him. Hard elbows. Ryan James with attack. Hard shots to hard head and we're down. I don't know how many of these people have one that's left in the tank. Go for the cover. 2. Kick out. Crowley's in the match. Oh, Dragon Post pulled Michael Sain off. Oh, black hole slam. Alexander Crowley kicked out at the nick of time. Stacey Lynn was there just in case. The crowd behind the Pattersons. Crowley tackles Stacey Patterson. Straight to the ring, Timmy Patterson falls shortly after. Ooh, hard shot. Like I say, knee breaker. Cover. What? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the new tag team champions.
would like to thank everyone for joining us for this special tribute. Nate was a great wrestler, he was a great entertainer, and a great friend.
So now join us for Dead Cell's final interview with Nate Thompson, the Dark Angel Ryan James, as a member, as they celebrate their win of the TWA Tag Team Championship. Good night, everyone. Thank you. We love you, Nate. Vitamin D backstage with the new TWA champions, the tag champions, the Dead Cell, Michael Saint and Ryan James, and with Vincent Croft. You guys are bringing home all the gold. With me is Dr. Smiles, the leader of Dead Cell. You have anything to say?
You don't have to start up the old record player to hear a little bit about the ecstasy of gold, baby. Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! We're just called Dead Cell 3 belts now or something. I don't know. This is crazier than I am.
We told everybody. We told Crowley Inc., we told the Pattersons, and we told everybody that watches TWA what we were going to do. And here we are.
We told you. We told you.
Soon. All is revealed.
You heard it. All is revealed. Dead Cell, new TWA Tag Team Champions.
It's a master class in misery.
I guess they say misery loves company.
I live my life for the top notch, high spots, wrist locks, and chair shots.